guys, today we have a super exciting video because I'm finally going to be trying out the new Revlon Photo Ready Candid foundation. I bought this yesterday because it is the first time that I've actually seen it in stores around here. I live in Canada and the States was able to get this product a lot sooner, as is the case with most new launches. I got the shade 120 Buff, which is the same shade that I would get in any other Revlon kind of foundation formula. Even though this is from the drugstore, I still find Revlon to be a kind of pricey brand. Like, I think I paid like 14 Canadian dollars for this, which would be a little bit cheaper in the States, but still. And you don't even get the full fluid ounce. It says on here 0.75 fluid ounces, which equals 22 milliliters, when in basically almost any other foundation that you get the 1 fluid ounce and you get 30 milliliters, and that's pretty typical. But I do like that it comes in like a nice soft plastic tube that also has a pump. So this foundation says it is a natural finish anti-pollution foundation, and on the back says medium buildable coverage, no harsh ingredients, anti-pollution, antioxidant, anti-blue light, whatever that means, and oil-free, which is great because I do have oily skin. Although I will say, now that it has transitioned to winter here where I live in Canada, my skin definitely is still oily, but it's also feeling like very dry and tight because of the cold winds. One thing I want to point out is that it specifically claims no harsh ingredients, yet after water, the next like 4 ingredients are all silicones, which maybe silicones really aren't as harsh as everybody kind of claims them to be. I personally literally have no idea, but I just kind of thought that was funny that it says no harsh ingredients, yet it's just full of silicone. So I'm not going to use primer today because 1, I don't use primer on a regular basis, and 2, sometimes I feel like primer either messes with or makes the foundation look and perform better. So I really just want to see how this does on its own. So all that I applied to my skin is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. This is just a moisturizer that has already totally sunk into my skin. So there is 2 pumps of the product. I did already swatch this when I first brought it home, and I feel like it's going to be okay. Again, this is the shade 120 Buff. It is a very thick formula, like that is really not going anywhere. So I'm just going to take some on my finger and apply to my face. And I will use a sponge to blend this side in. So it doesn't seem to have really a scent at all, which is really nice. Okay, so here I have it on this side of my face versus nothing on this side. I think it looks really nice, really natural, but I don't think it really got to medium coverage. Like, I would call this a very light to medium. I mean, at least that is how I feel with the sponge. Let's apply the other side with a brush and see what happens. This is the Sigma Flat Angled Kabuki F88 brush, by the way. Okay, so I definitely prefer the side with the brush. I feel like it just gave a nicer, more smooth application versus the sponge, and definitely a teensy bit more coverage as well. I mean, it did say it was buildable, so I'm gonna go in with just like a little bit more with the brush and kind of build up any areas that I feel like I need to. I do think it builds up actually pretty nice. It doesn't really look that much heavier or any cakier, and I do think that I got some additional coverage where I put it, so thumbs up for that. As for how it feels very creamy when it's going on, and it's still not like totally set down, although it doesn't feel like sticky or slimy or greasy at all. It actually is reminding me a lot of the IT Cosmetics CC cream in the way that the consistency is, the way that it applies. But unfortunately, I do not love this IT Cosmetics CC cream. It just doesn't wear very well on my skin. So I guess the test will be, if this one wears well on my skin, I feel like I'll really like it, because as of now, my skin looks really nice. I feel like it looks very natural. It's definitely more of a satin finish. Not so much dewy. I would say it's more on the matte side of satin. Like it's not accentuating everything. Like it looks really good along my pores and my nose. So I'm just gonna give that a minute to hopefully set down, and I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit of concealer just to get rid of some of that super redness underneath my eye. This is the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. I think I like this. It does crease a little bit, but it gives really nice coverage and I really like the consistency. Foundation has, I would say, mostly set down. It feels kind of like a powdery, velvety finish. As of now, I probably would not say you have to powder it. I feel like it's set down enough that a powder really wouldn't do anything. I'm just gonna put on the rest of my makeup. I'm really gonna go super natural today, and I'll be back in a few. Okay, I am back. I have the rest of my makeup on. Super quickly on my cheeks and then kind of across my nose, I have my Essence Satin Touch blush in the shade Satin Love, CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara, Maybelline Total Temptation brow definer in medium brown on my brows as always, and this ColourPop lippie pencil in the shade BFF. Foundation has pretty much totally set down now. It's not like sticky or doesn't really feel like it's going to transfer anymore, so that is excellent. So I think for me, I really like it so far, and if it lasts, I think I'll definitely continue wearing it, so we shall see. Guys, the foundation has been on for a little over 7 hours. I'm about to lose the daylight, so I figured I'd better check in now, but 7 hours is plenty of time for this to look like a disaster. So at first glance, it looks pretty good. I feel like my blush did fade, so it definitely didn't stick very well. Usually that blush lasts me a long time, so I feel like it probably was the foundation's fault. My nose is looking a little bit shiny, so I'm gonna use a oil blotting sheet just to see exactly how much oil accumulated in this 7 hours that I've been wearing it. There we have it. It actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, definitely some oil. Usually if I use a blotting sheet at this point in the day, it's like completely saturated with oil. I think, like I said, the blush faded. I do think some of the coverage faded around my chin and down here. That's pretty normal for me. Literally the tiniest bit of creasing right here, like so little that you guys probably can't even see. But you know what? On the plus side, it didn't separate on my nose. Like it still looks really smooth, really just like I did when I put it on, basically. You know, it didn't sink into my pores. It didn't get super slimy. It doesn't feel like transfery or gross at all. It did wear off under my glasses, but I mean, I did compare it to the IT Cosmetics CC cream earlier, just in the way that it applied, the packaging, the formula, but this Revlon foundation holds up much better on my skin than the IT Cosmetics CC cream, and obviously this Revlon foundation is a lot cheaper. As for who I think this foundation would be meant for, I think pretty much anyone could wear this foundation. Normal to combo skin, it would probably be the best skin type. But I think if you have dry skin, I would give it a try. And if you have really oily skin, then I would also give it a try. So that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I know it's been a long time since I did a foundation review, but more are coming, I promise. And you can subscribe if you want to make sure not to miss out. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.